Hey, this is Joy with Altered Minds. If you just give me a few minutes of your time, I just want to go over a couple of things real quick because I got a lot of new people again, and I think I got a couple of people irritated with me, which I I understand, but I don't understand because I do this. I don't charge for this, but that's neither here or there. I'm going to deal with the situations anyways. Okay. First off, let me explain just how this works, and maybe some of you that are irritated will understand exactly where I'm coming from and where I stand with it, because I'm not fixing to change up. Every morning, I get calls. I have a client list, and you could take this with a grain of salt. You could take it as the truth, or you could say I'm full of shit. It don't matter to me either way, because I don't lie. I don't tell stories. You can ask anybody. I don't tell stories. It's just not something I do. But every day I get up, people hit me up, say they want to read it. So I have a list. This is my list for the day. Let me just explain something. This is one. Hang on. That's two. And I don't know what time it is, but this is where it starts. That's three right now. That's where I'm at right now. Okay? Your name goes on that list. And I start from the beginning. And if I can't get a hold of you, I put you at the bottom of the list. I go to the next person, next person, next person. There's not enough hours in the day. Okay? This is nobody's fault. It's just not. You can't get irritated with me. Especially. It'd be one thing if you was paying $45 a visit or whatever. That's not the case. So the irritation is, and keep in mind, folks, I know when somebody's irritated with me just by text message, I'm psychic. Extremely psychic. Okay? That's how I do the list. Okay? And it's nobody's fault. If you're not ready when I call, or if I'm not ready when you call, it's not nobody's fault. You just got to be patient, because the fact of the matter is every month. I'll do it by the month. If I don't get to you, I will leave you a message every day of that month that I'm reading to get back with me. And then at the end of the month, I'll wipe my slate clean. I wipe everybody's slate clean at the end of the month to start over. So you have 31 days, 30 days to get on board with me, or me get on board with you. Okay, so it's not the lack that I just forgot about you and didn't give a shit. That's not it. It's because I do. I text you. That's how the list works. That's how it works. That's how it has to work. Because I don't read for just one or two people, guys. I'm reading for people from the state of Texas to the state of New York to the state of California to the state of Washington, Idaho, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and all states in between. I got a few countries I read for. I read for the UK. I got people from the UK that call me. I got a few people from Spain that call me. I read for a lot of people, which brings me to my next point. Everything I say is not set in stone, folks. When I set you down and do your reading, and a lot of people ask me, well, what happened? I'm just going to tell you what happens. The minute you're on the screen with me, I get 1,000 pictures that flash through my head. Everything from pieces of food to, and they don't mean nothing to anybody else, but they're going to mean something to you, or I wouldn't be seeing them. I get these flashes. So I try to decipher these flashes that I'm seeing, and point out things that only you would know, that there's no way I could have knew, things like that. And the cards are a tool. Them cards don't tell the future. Come on now. They don't. I'm already seeing this shit before I ever throw a card. I use them cards for a personal reason, to direct my thoughts, to direct the images that I'm seeing, to put them in categories so I can. Otherwise, it'd be pure chaos. It'd be pure chaos in my head, and the readings wouldn't be worth a fuck. They wouldn't be understandable. They wouldn't be. That's why. But I can do these readings without these cards. Okay, cards are a tool. It also makes for, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it also makes for a good presentation. Mysticism, or whatever you want to call it, show or whatever. But don't get it mistaken. It's not fake. And that's where my next point. I'm going through my points quick, okay? I don't want to take up a bunch of time. My next point, man, do you think this ain't no game, people? I don't do this for a game. I don't do this for fun, for pleasure. I deal with a lot of stuff with people. Anything from sexual abuse, mental abuse, child abuse, domestic violence, murders, missing people. I found 5 missing people that's on record. I'm in the middle of 2 cases now. Okay, this isn't a game to me. This is very serious to me. I deal with some deep ass problems with people that are homeless, people that are hungry, people that are strung out. Hey man, yeah, if I could just make some of you understand, because I got some that come to the table and they're doing it for fun, and that's fine. I don't care why you sit down. It was meant for you to sit down, or you wouldn't be there. And when I start to speak, fun and games go out the window. They start to realize, hey man, this motherfucker right here is telling me shit that I ain't never told nobody. That's because you was meant to sit down. And the fun and games go out the window. You're no longer there for that. You're there for help. And that's why I do this. I've been in, like I said, the only thing I ain't been through, man, is domestic violence. I have a hard time understanding it. I got attacked by the same guy twice, and both times I stabbed that fool. It's just not something I understand because I never put up with it. I sympathize with it, and that's even hard for me because I don't understand it. But everything else, man, from losing kids to addiction to fucking prison to fucking, man, homeless. Man, I've been there. And that's why I stand here today and talk to y'all, because I have been there and I made it through. Okay, I deal with a lot of things. This gift that I have, I asked God one time, why in the hell would you give somebody like me a gift like that? And he told me, he answered my question. And he told me, he said, because you can reach people that other people can't reach, Joy. You're tattooed out, you've been in that life, you've been to prison. You can reach these people better than that preacher over there, or better than that counselor over there. So, so day in and day out, these are the problems that I deal with, man. And it weighs heavy on me. You people weigh heavy on my mind. If y'all think for 1 second that I don't have to really put a block up not to get emotionally attached to y'all, are way mistaken. Because it's after every reading that I have to take a break and give your problem to God, so I don't carry it with me. Okay? I worry constantly about if I'm going to send y'all down the wrong path. I worry constantly about if I could have did something to help that person, or if I done too much, or if I was speaking my opinion and not looking at it through eyes of I question myself. I do. All the time. Yeah, it's like I said, y'all have no idea what goes on in this mind of mine. And like I said, after every reading, I have to hand it to God, and I do. Okay, so that's that. So the ones that are irritated with me, look, man, I'm sorry you're irritated. Sometimes my readings will last 15 minutes. This is why I can't make appointments. So everybody says, well, just make an appointment, but I can't. Because I don't know what kind of help a person needs until they get on. And it may only be 15 minutes of reading. But then again, I may read somebody that's in a real bad spot, and it takes me an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes to talk to this person. I'm not just going to cut nobody short from nobody. That's that. And if that can't be understood, I'm so sorry. I can't help you then, because I can't. I'm not changing that. I'm not going to cut nobody short. Our paths will cross when they cross, when they're supposed to. I believe that with everything. So that's that. Okay, let's see what else. I have just a few more things to say about all this before I start today. Okay, I have a lot of people that refer me to people. Man, thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. Okay? And I know the people that you're talking to are like, man, whatever, bullshit. That's okay, send them on. I like the spectators. I'll knock them out quick. So, like I said, this isn't a game. This is by far not a game. And it's not a game. If it was, it's not a game I'd play. Okay? Because some of the stuff that I go through with y'all, or that the paths we walk down, it affects me. It affects my being. It affects me. So, in all, this is a curse and a gift. I'm not fake. Why in the hell? And I know that there's a lot of them out there that gave us a bad name. I worked for big companies before. I worked for Psychic Today, U.S. Psychic. I even worked over in the U.K. on satellite television on a show called Psychic Today. But it costed. I was banking, but there were so many people out there that don't have that kind of money. And I find it more, God put me in this position to do it this way. Because I've been in a spot where I didn't have a dime to my name, but man, I needed somebody to talk to, man. Somebody. That's why I do this. That's why I don't charge. But also, for the ones, y'all keep in mind, I worry about this every month. I do take dialysis. I'm sick, okay? I am. I don't whine about it, I don't cry about it, but the fact is, as I am, I have cancer that I don't take any treatments for, breast cancer. Stage 2. I'm still here, babies. I have heart failure and kidney failure that I take medicine for, but I have to do dialysis, okay? Dialysis time is coming up, and these trips are expensive, and I worry about it every time, and every time it's okay. Every time. God's got it. He does. He's got it. I have people that gift me. And I live off of y'all's gifts. That's why I am so appreciative of it. I am. Because this is how I live. I can't hold a job. And now the 22nd, they're going to be going in and seeing why I'm having these seizures. That's another trip coming up I got to worry about, but I'm not going to worry about it. Because there's always somebody that God has put me on their heart. Always. Always. I don't know why I worry, but I do. And it always pulls out. I'm always able to go, And I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful. I'm not a greedy person. I never have been. I'm not greedy. I worry. I have problems too, people. I can't see my own life in the future like I can y'all's. It don't work that way. I can't do it. But so if you can this month, like my dialysis is coming up, donate. I don't care if it's $2, it's $5. All the gifts are used for the same thing, and that's to get me back and forth to these appointments. They're all used for the same thing. Oh, and a cigarette. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Okay, folks, this is what we're gonna do. We're starting today. October readings. I'm gonna put it out there one more time. October. Oh yeah. Also, if you refer me to somebody, please tell them these things. Please tell them that I don't charge, but I accept gifts because I have some problems. This is how I live, and I live okay. I'm not complaining one bit. And I'm able to help my daughter out every now and then. I'm able to get my boy a commissary pack every now and then. I'm happy about it. It could be a lot worse for me. My family, I have an aunt that helps me anytime I need it. Like, man, I love you, Aunt Dar, I do. Enough of that. October readings. We're focusing on, once again, letting go of things that don't serve a purpose in our life anymore. They're dead weight, people. If you have that problem, call me. Let's see what we got. Dealing with your own thoughts and letting them go. If you've got some issues in that area, there's something you just can't fucking let go of. Holler at me, man. It may take more than one session, but holler at me. Let's see what's going on. And last but not least, honoring our dead. And I'm going to explain something to that because I'm a medium. But there are some things I'm not going to touch. Suicide victims. They go to a gray area that I mortally am not supposed to be there. So I don't go there. I'll walk along the edge in case there's a message, but as for going in there and finding them, I'm sorry. If they're not on that edge, I'm not going in there. I've done it. And I come out wanting to commit. It takes me days to come out of that sadness. Days. And it's not meant for me to be there. It's not meant for anybody to be there but them. So keep that in mind if you're trying to reach out to a suicide victim, and I can't reach them because I'm not going in there. But a lot of times murder victims, they're in a place where they're angry because they were taken out. And something wasn't done about it, or the person's, whatever the case may be. It's hard for me to go there too because they're angry, and it's hard to deal with angry. And I know a lot of you are probably going, "Oh, bullshit." And you can say whatever you want. Don't change the fact that this is what happens when I'm doing this. And if you're biblical about it, hey man, there's many people. I know that Bible good. There's many people who look through spiritual eyes. Think about it. The guy that was blind, Jesus hit the mud, put it on his eyes, and when he opened them, he saw a host of angels. Jesus said, "Oh no, you ain't supposed to be seeing that." And he done it again, and when he blinked, his scales fell. He was seeing what he was supposed to see. So there are God did intend for some people to have spiritual eyes to see that area. It wasn't intended for everybody. There's many more instances. I'm not just going to go through every one of them. But on the side, I will if you need it. If that's what you need, I can do that for you. I do believe in God, very much so. I'm not a religious fanatic, but I'm smart enough to know when He's needed. And when He's needed, I'm going to bring Him out. So that's all on that. I don't know what else to say. This is not a game, once again. And if you want to test me and just I will prove to you really quick like that it's not a game. Now, some of the things I say may not happen right away. They may not happen at all. You got to realize that everything I say is not set in stone. I'm not God. I'm looking at a lot of different paths when I'm doing a person's reading, and only one little thing has to change that path. Maybe somebody took a different road and you didn't get to bump into them. That changes everything about your path. That's a lot of things but for the most part, I am on the money. Don't say that arrogantly. Okay, hang on, Joy. Hang on. Say that different. That way I'm a little bit more humble about it. I don't know how to be. I'm on the money most of the time. That's why there's people on my list I've been reading for over 30 years, people. And the people that are newcomers, they come back. I can't say that I have hardly anybody that doesn't come back. So I'll let that speak for itself. And the ones that think this is all bullshit, hey, for the ones of you that have had a reading for me, drop a little comment about how it's not bullshit. Little comment. You don't have to go into deep, but what your reading was about is between me, you, and the wind. But drop a comment about how it's not bullshit, okay? So we can wipe out some of the negativity I'm feeling sometimes. So, okay, y'all, let's do this. I'm taking requests. I have a list already. Keep that in mind, but I'm still taking the requests. And let's get it done, okay? Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Have a blessed day. And remember, if you can give, that's great. I'm going to be needing it. If you can't, that don't matter one bit. It really don't. You're still going to get a reading. I'm still going to do nothing's going to change between the people who gift and the people who don't gift. It's going to be the same. I'm going to treat you all the same. But if you can, and God puts it on your heart, it will help me out with my upcoming visits that are coming up really fast. I'm not going to worry about it, okay? I'm going to practice what I preach and set it up in God's hands. Right. Okay, y'all, I'm taking requests for readings. October readings, remember what they are about. If you're having any of these issues, hit me up. Let's see if we can't walk through them, work them out, something. See if we can't put somebody on a Let's see if we can't make somebody smile today. Y'all have a good one.